Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna talk about how I study some different rhythms and how my process of learning them. I've told you in the lives about my story that I like very much to research to books of Brazilian music, but there is this thing that often happens in my process of studying, that when I search for some recordings of the style I'm working on, the recordings are different from what I hear, what is written in the lead sheets, and there are a lot of different reasons. And I've got frustrated in a lot of process, but today I'm more prepared to understand this. And I've made a quick tip talking about this, some problems that can make harder to find some uh, the rhythm written with the recording. And one of the reasons is, in different places of Brazil some styles has the same name, and they are very different. It can happen. Another thing that happens is that you can find some variation in different, for example, groups that are playing. They have some variations through the rhythms, and sometimes the transcription is from another group. There are some wrong transcriptions also. It's common to find here. Another reason is that some rhythms, as the rhythm I'm gonna talk today, can have some calling, some preparation, some intro till you get to the rhythm, the original pattern. So this is very common that when you start hearing the music, you don't find that rhythm, and it's in some place. Another reason also, that sometimes you can find the recordings full of conventions, and the conventions are some behave that the rhythmic players have in common. They have some different patterns, different, that it's a way to create fill-ins in their place. So sometimes you can find some places where it's happening, these conventions, and you don't find the pattern. But today I'm gonna show you a little of my process of studying. I took a rhythm that I don't mastered. I've known this rhythm these last days. It's a rhythm that was created by the composer Carlinhos Brown, and it's the main rhythm of a group that he calls Timbalada. This rhythm is called Tamanquinho or Tamanquinha, I've heard also. And Tamanquinha, it's a little wooden shoe, like this book is saying. I'm using the reference of this book, Afro-Brazilian Percussion Guide by Kirk Brundage. It's very interesting because it has very different rhythms written on it, and I like to study it. The tamanquinha, it's played by this group called Timbalada, that has three bass drums. One it's called 22, other 24 because of the diameter, 22 inches and 24 inches, and the meio, it's the same of middle. That is a smaller surdo, or smaller bass drum. Um, and it's called middle because it's that it plays on the middle of the physical placement of the street formation. They has a chimbal, that it's a kind of percussion that you play with both hands, and bacurinha, that's played with a stick and the hand. So I'm gonna show you how I start my process. I don't expect to have a good play of this rhythm in the first day, but I'm gonna show you how I behave myself on this research and this try to understand. I have some recording that I recommend you also. That is this of Tamanquinho. That's called Batuque Tucada. You can search at YouTube. All right. Just hear some. This is the convention, but it starts here. This is the rhythm that's shown. And has one slow tum 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 tum. So these are the surdos, and let's talk about it. Let me show you the patterns here on the screen. You are seeing the bacurinha that makes the accents, the accentuations. The second is the timbal. That's the instrument that has a lot of instrumentists, and they have after that the meio, the middle, that I can call it, but it's a kind of surdo low instrument, and the 22 and 24 bass drums. All right. So as a lot of Brazilian styles, you have this marking of the beat in the two and in the measure. So I've chosen 2 notes on the bass part. You can also use notes of the chord you are playing. For example, if I'm using D minor. It's very interesting because many Brazilian styles has the second tempo with a more low tone, but in this case, let's study the meio, that's the middle. There are some 30-second notes. I don't know if it's 32 or 30 second, but they are when they are fast, we can imitate in other instruments, playing more notes, transforming in melody. Besides, I can do these 2 notes are more quick to do. And we're gonna have the timbal that gives the sensation of the play. that has this rhythm. So this is the general sensation of the rhythm, but it's missing something. Besides that, we have the bacorinha, that is an instrument that was created also by Carlinhos Brown, and that makes this accentuation. It's timbal, but small one, and more. It's more higher. It's higher, and it has this accentuation. So and this actually. And so we have this, all this stuff during the forming the rhythm. We can create more. It's very dramatic. So these are the main rhythms of this this kind of rhythm. So I'm gonna talk more about the timbal, that has some different difference between the low and the higher register. So where is written B and S, I can consider the higher part, and this, when it's written the O, that of open, we can consider as low instruments, a low part of the instrument. So I'm gonna study is low, this pattern. So So now I've created this difference between the high and low register of the timbal. And you have to play too, you feel some swing. And other thing I would research to do, it's the difference between the other kinds of play of the timbal. For example, I can consider, for example, the B, the higher part. So B, it's the higher. So this is a kind of combination we can do. Let me try to invert. So I think the first sound better. Another thing I would like to explore also, it's making this to differentiate the accents of single strokes in the hand. We can create this first has an appoggiature, so I'm transforming this appoggiature in a stroke with the flan. This is more unnatural to me, but that persists. One reason I'm showing these different rhythms, it's because some of you thinks I've heard that I made because of my talent, and all these rhythms I play are stirred, I prepared, I tried to understand in um, and I played till it got natural to me. No, it's not execution that just hearing I've done. All right, it's I have to prepare a lot. So that's it. These were the patterns, and let's review some of them. Sorry. Let's go to the timbal again. Let's go again. So when I have more accuracy in doing that, I start to working on the combination of different sounds. For example, I can put also the accentuation. Let's make a different. So I'm using always the surdo, the snare, the bass drum part, and I'm combining with the accentuation now. Now I'm gonna try the timbal, but it's very hard to do the snare drum, the bass drum, sorry, with this, so I can transform in a reduction of the rhythm. I can transform this 16th notes in syncopations. It can sound more similar. And you can create these combinations in different parts of the instrument. Just the only one that I don't change the place is the surdo. But we can use to mark the tempo also. But I prefer also to make the low part be on the bass. So this in this moment I transformed the accentuation of the bacurinha in some accent, a melody. I use the accents to cause this. What else could I do? We can combine. Now I'm combining the timbal in the left hand. So you can explore all these combinations, and play chill. You get firm. You get the ability of doing with swing, and it requires a lot of repeat. But this part of experimenting and combining the difference is very important to you understand what you're gonna use in your song, because some patterns won't represent the rhythm. There are some cells of subdivision that when you play it with a harmony, they don't sound good. So that's why I recommend you to play here, after that here a little more, and see what you want to hear, in your beat. So let's now I'm hearing So I don't know, like I was saying, I don't know the melodic range of tamanquinho. I sometimes it's just a percussive language. So we can use similar rhythms of similar styles. For example, I experiment to create melodies with the syncopation. And the other part of the process is hearing more of the rhythm and trying to understand some of the conventions. For example, this is similar to a clave. So you can continue this process and explore the different explore this different rhythms in different parts of your instrument. I'm sorry to say the same thing again, but this is what was a thing that it was very confusing on my mind. I was stuck in some concepts of using what instrument did I have to use, and when I know the different sounds, when I have access to some information like that with the rhythm, I used to search the different combinations to study it. So this was a part of my job that I like so much. I hope you enjoy also. I hope you learn with it. And I hope the information open your mind to search for new rhythms, to search for more about Brazil. And this is part of my exploration, and it can be very grateful. You can produce very interesting sounds, because I don't know if I'm gonna play some tamanquinho, but I know that when I'm playing a samba or some similar style that has some similar, I can have this influence. I can use this rhythm as Brazilian influence, giving me a Brazilian accent of playing. So I hope you have enjoyed this live, and every day I'm here talking about the different styles in Brazilian music, different rhythms, and everything related about the Brazilian accent improvisation. Everyday lives and quick tips about it. I hope today I'm confused, but the message is the same, alright? To help you to play Brazilian music. I apologize for my words, repeated words, but I'm here to help you. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow for more lives and quick tips. Bye bye.